We're here at John O'Quinn Field. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honoring the seniors on Senior Day. It's the Ole Miss Rebels and the Houston Cougars. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Hey guys, Houston's head coach told me right before the game, he told me this is a crucial game to stay focused. He understands coming into this loud and crazy environment against a team that is not ranked in the top 25 could be easy to overlook. But he's shown his players tape all week, and he said, we have to understand every play matters. We cannot look ahead to next week, or this week will be a disaster. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Ole Miss Rebels offense who will have the football first. And now we get a look at Trinidad Chambliss. He's coming off a tough day in which he threw a couple of interceptions and only 1 touchdown pass. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey running through contact. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
That's the way to start a drive, and now they'll try to follow up on 1st and 10. And eventually taken down, but what about that spin move gives him the first down yardage?
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. They couldn't do it on that last play.
Selling the fake. Under pressure. Out wide right, it's Alexander. What a throw. Not a lot of room. He fits it in beautifully, and they've got it at the 30. And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Chambliss. It's dropped after taking the hit. Second and long here. Wants to throw it. Out wide left, it's Haas. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
Well, you're seeing this offense aggressive here right out of the gate. I don't even know if they're planning on running the football the rest of this game, the way they're throwing it right now. I mean, they're just throwing caution to the wind. And, David, we know it. They've got a lot of confidence in their skill players throwing the ball. And right now, that's been very apparent early.
Well, and now you knock me back on my heels a little bit. Now I'm like, oh, crud, is this their game plan? Is this going to be pass, pass, pass? So defensively, I'm thinking, how do I make my subs? Do I go dime? Do I go nickel, right? Like, they're definitely pass happy. But the first thing I have to do is get a pass rush and make this quarterback feel uncomfortable.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. There's some room, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Rebels.
And I love this offense and the way they started this football game. Listen, last week be dang, okay? Forget last week. Nice job coming out, setting the tone in this ball game, putting a long drive together, and getting a touchdown.
setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They marched 78 yards down the field, and it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. From deep, it's Drake. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Houston's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And standing in the way is one of the best defensive lines in the country.
Well, this is one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but David, he better have a clock going off in his head in this one, because this is one of the elite pass rushes in the entire nation as well. Their D-line is absolutely stocked and loaded with athleticism, with guys with bad intentions, and they built this D-line specifically for games like this.
Yeah, so he better be on time, right? Like, that ball needs to be able to come out. You just got to be careful. You don't get away with some of those liberties of holding on to the football, extending plays, because those dudes are in relentless pass rush mode, chasing after you. This will be a great chess match.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Stop right there. And the Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Trying to slip through and pick it up. They were all over him, nowhere to go, as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking for a man. It's Chambliss. They're all over it. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Right side, it's Broussard. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Had to get rid of it quickly, and he gets rid of it.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. First and goal now for Houston as they try to get it in. Quarterback on the keeper. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Takes the handoff. It's Hughes. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Boy, that is a tough penalty to take. That'll back him up for this 2nd and goal. Wants to throw. It's Wigman. Left side, it's Walker. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Bring him down. This coach told us he was going to be aggressive. Couldn't win this game by kicking field goals. But being aggressive is one thing, being reckless is another.
Yeah, and I'm going for the reckless, Reese. I'm all in. If you're going to be aggressive and you're going to go for it on 4th down, that's your plan. Stick to it. High-scoring games are going to happen in college football. I need touchdowns, not field goals.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Holly, what update do you have on that?
Checking in from the Ole Miss sideline. Their running back is making a little bit of history, and his teammates are very aware. That last touchdown, rushing touchdown, put him at the top of school history for this season. Guys are fired up, making sure he gets the game ball right there. He's trying to get his helmet back on and get ready to run back out there and make even more history here today. But guys are very aware that he's doing something special out on the field. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Kept it on the ground. Now they'll throw. Turns up. It's Lacey. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Fresh set of downs going up top. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. The Rebels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. He's changing the play. Looking downfield, it's Chambliss. Unloads to the wideout. Out wide left, it's Alexander. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the 1st period. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top as we get a look at the numbers so far. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Gonna run it. It's Lindsey. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Looking to throw on 3rd. Out wide right, it's Haas. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
And it's so fun to have that trump card, right? Like, it's almost like playing a video game with this guy. When you got a big tight end that can make plays, that gets open, that feels those soft spots in the zones, 3rd downs, money downs, the tight end is always open, especially with that big body. He finds him, and he gets the 1st down.
Motion from the wideout. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Dropping back, it's Chambliss. Unloads it left. Touchdown, Rebels! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Good job just to get rid of that one.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Right side, it's Walker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Going for the big play. Got it in stride inside the 20. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hughes. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down. Houston going up tempo. Handoff again. Defense all over it.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Rush right in his face. And slides a little early and short, and now it's going to be 4th down.
Well, just a really nice job there on that 3rd down, trying to get after this quarterback. And obviously they're not able to make the play in the backfield, but really nice job pursuing. You see the athleticism and the speed they have, how they play as a unit together. Only giving up a little bit of a gain and now setting up 4th down.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
From inside the 10, here he comes. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. We'll see what this offense can do sitting inside its own 20. Send the tight end in motion. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The quarterback's mistake pushes the ball back in the shadow of his own goalpost. On the ground, it's Lacey. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Chambliss. Timed it perfectly to not get free and forces the 3rd down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Making the adjustment. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
Well, here's an interesting situation after that incompletion for the offense all of a sudden, because you've had success. You've scored 2 touchdowns on your first 2 drives. You've got to be playing with a lot of confidence. Does that carry over and make you feel like going for it here on 4th down? You've got the playmakers. You've made some big plays early in this game. Field position would say you should punt it, but what does the head coach decide to do?
Makes the catch at the midfield logo. Good coverage on that one, and they get him almost immediately. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. They've had a couple of drives bogged down, had to settle for field goals, and now they'll try to get it into the end zone this time. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running a football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Hits inside. It's Hughes. Got it into the red zone. Dragged down at the 18-yard line. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move them back. That false start changes your mindset. Now you're 2nd and long, 9 yards to go. Drops back. It's Swegman. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Incomplete as the screen goes right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That'll cut this lead down to 5.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
He's tackled right there, but a good job to pick his way and find some room on that return. Rebels offense is back on the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Looking for a gap. It's Lacey. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
On play action. Throws to the wideout. Finds his man. It's Alexander. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The offense setting up shop at the 46. 1st and 10. Quick give. It's Lacey. Got the 1st down. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Making the adjustment on the play. Back to pass, it's Chambliss. Out wide right, it's Gill. Good pickup, but a little bit short of the sticks.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
They'll try the left side. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And this offense, right, they are in a groove. They are in a rhythm, just finding themselves play after play. Everything they're dialing up right now is working. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm not changing a thing. I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing because this defense has had zero answers.
Sells the run, looking to pass. Moves to his right. Fires downfield. Can hold on in the face of the contact.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Hits the hole. It's Lacy. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. He has 89 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. The Rebels line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Timeout Houston, their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Back to pass, it's Chambliss. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that is the play this defense had to have. Did you look in the secondary right there? I mean, he was open, guys. Like, that would have been a touchdown, and this defense got to the quarterback, hit him as he's throwing the football, forced the errant pass, and dodged a bullet.
Touchdown, Rebels. Middle of the end zone, he's got it.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. And he makes the catch, but he can't stay in bounds. That'll be incomplete. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. The Cougars can really attack on this 2nd and short. The corners are walked up tight. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Fires on the move. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Touchdown, Rebels. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And the extra point is good. The lead is 19. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Wigman. Right side, it's Broussard. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33. The Cougars are going to use their third and final timeout here. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Look out! Trying to get away. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his second PB in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
Here comes the heat. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Straight ahead, it's Hughes. And they'll stop him short of the first down, and they've got a timeout if they want to try to get the ball back before halftime. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Houston will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looking for room. They make the stop on the return, but there is laundry on the field. Let's get the call. It's been said over and over, you have to protect players' head and neck area. This penalty so important at the college level. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Changing the routes with his receivers. Dropping back, it's Chambliss. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. And the Rebels will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. What did they have to say coming out of halftime, Holly?
Checking in with the Ole Miss head coach at the half. Their defense has done a terrific job so far, and today they're kicking off here to start the second half. That defense has got to step up again because they are facing a really stout running game. They've done a good job in the first half, but I will let you know how this continues to build here in the third quarter. Back to you.
All right, Holly. Unloads to the wideout. Left side is Broussard. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He's at the touchdown Cougars. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands, right to him, and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Cunningham. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They come out for the first time in this second half. The lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. Looking for room, it's Lacey. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Cook. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Odom. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Quarterback signaling to his guys. To throw, it's Chambliss. Fires to the right. He's got it. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Love the accuracy on that curl throw by the quarterback, putting it right in the numbers, right in the breadbasket of his wide receiver.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Well, if you're on defense now, you're down 2 possessions, in large part because you have not been able to affect this quarterback getting a pass rush. Didn't do it there. Who knows how many more passes you're even going to see in this game because of the lead the opponent has. But when they do throw it, you've got to be able to find a way to get home.
Wants to throw one first. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And we've already seen him make splash plays in this football game. He got the interception, the big pick earlier, now getting in the backfield, getting to the quarterback, and doing the most important thing. When you get there, get home, and get him on the ground. He's got a pick, and now he's got a sack.
2nd down to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This offensive line is going to have to shore up this pass pro, guys. The last play they took a sack. This one they allow a hit on the QB, which forces the incompletion. 3rd down, you're going to be throwing it right here, you think, so O-line's got to step up.
And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. And is slipped just inside that right upright. And that will extend their lead even further.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
The Houston offense ready to go back to work. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on this last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
They tried to go play action, but that did not affect the defensive tackle. He was bull rushing his guy, collapsing the pocket, and he comes away with a sack.
The Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking downfield, it's Wegman. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42.
And that is such a veteran play by that defender. In cover 0, he knows the quarterback's going to have to get rid of the football quickly, so he's getting ready to jump anything that's going to be underneath. He does just that. Great job with the speed. Nice job reeling it in for the INT.
Quarterback changing the play. Using his legs, it's Lacey. And he's brought down after a short gain. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Right back to the well. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun on 3rd down. They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
Punt is on its way. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Scanning the field, it's Wigman. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. No room to bring it back. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Here on the Rebels sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. They bring him down behind the line of scrimmage, and now he'll have to go back to work to get over 100 yards again for the day.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Tight end now in motion. On the run, it's Lacey. Turning it on. Got the first down. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. The Rebels will have it 1st and 10. They'll move the tight end. They'll ride the hot hand. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Gets a hand in there.
I think the route runner got a little bit sloppy on his route. You've got to do a better job creating some separation when you're running these end routes. But good job by the defense, too, because they took advantage and knocked the ball away.
Back to throw, it's Chambliss. Turns it upfield. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Looking for a crease. He's got the first down. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
Might as well give it to him again. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
They want to throw it. Lets it go to the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
And I like the alertness by this defense. 1st and goal, usually a running type situation. They were ready for the pass, broke on the football, and that could have been a huge play for this defense.
2nd down, gonna throw it. Out wide left, it's Lacey. Touchdown, Rebels. And the punishment has been extended. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his 2nd touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
Got the quick completion. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. They'll try to put it in drive this time on 2nd down from the 22. To the air, it's Wegman. Rushes on. Just not anywhere near good ball placement.
You got to love what you've seen from the defense in this game, too. They knew coming into this one against this quarterback, being as talented as he is, they were going to have to be really good in coverage on the back end, and that's been the case all game long. They have never let it be easy for this quarterback.
Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O. The penalty gets back a few, but it's still 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Throws to the wideout. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Give to the running back. Makes one man miss. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a 1st down in the red zone.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Looking downfield, it's Chambliss. Fires to the right. Touchdown, Rebels! Into the end zone for 6. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory.
Well, it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback. You saw it right there. He is dialed in. He's finding his one-on-one matchups. He's making good decisions, and he's been so accurate. Now, 4 TD passes in this one, and that's why his team is way up here late in the game.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Houston offense once again. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Left side is Thomas. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down.
For an offense, slant routes against man coverage are really a rhythm throw. You take your steps, you get the ball out, it's got to be in a good location. Quarterback and receiver on the same page there.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking for room, it's Hughes. A confident, tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44.
And that was a pretty good run there for the offense. And listen, I know this game's over, but that's what this offense needs a little bit more. They need a little more balance, a little more easy 2nd down situations with some positive runs on 1st down. They just need something to get them going, some kind of spark. The ground game might be it in the future.
Looking to throw, it's Wigman. He wants a big play here late. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Going the other way, and he's got room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
They'll run it. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, and it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.